Ted tries it. Oh, we have fun, don't we, kids? Welcome back to the old broadcast. October is the month. October is the month when many of us watch scary movies or TV shows. But if you prefer to read scary stories, there are plenty of great options. Kendall and her mom are back, teaming up once again to share 2 of their favorite frightening reads in our book club.
We're back, just in time for spooky season. Mom,
hi.
You are coming up first with a book that I think sounds outrageously delicious. What is your book this month?
It's a spine tingler. It's a debut novel. The author's name is Sarah Penner, and it's called The Lost Apothecary. It's a dual time frame novel, which we love, set in London. It follows 3 fascinating and strong women, of course. It starts in 1791 with Nella, who is a once respected healer, but she now uses her knowledge for darker purposes. She helps women kill their husbands. Only abusive husbands, but back in 1791, if you wanted out of a marriage, you have to kill the guy. So she has 2 rules. When the client comes in, they have to promise to never use the potion against another woman. And number 2, they have to write their name and the name of their intended victim in her ledger. Enters Eliza, this 12-year-old, surprisingly precocious young girl who becomes a friend of Nella's, and they set off on this journey together with this friendship that actually leads to a lot of chaos, and it threatens their very existence and the existence of all the women that have written their names in this ledger. Fast forward 2021, we have Carolyn, who's an aspiring historian. She ends up in London, what is supposed to be her 10th anniversary great trip, but she finds out her husband was cheating on her, so she's alone. So she ends up going down by the River Thames and starts mudlarking, which is kind of searching through for artifacts, and she finds a little apothecary vial from way back when. Doesn't really realize what she's found, but that is actually a link to the famous apothecary murders that have been unsolved for over 2 centuries. So, unforgettable characters, deadly secrets, excellent book for October. What do you have?
Okay, so mine is an author, Megan Miranda. This is her most recent book. It's called Such a Quiet Place. I just started it. It's really difficult to get. Actually, if you want to rent it through the library, Mom had to get it for me from Red Wing because they didn't have it up here. I like it so far. It just came out. But what the book I want to actually recommend, because I was in love with it, is her book from 2016, which will be a lot easier to get. It's called All the Missing Girls. It is told in reverse. So it's a 15-day period, and you start on day 15, and you get down to day 1 to figure out the, again, whodunit type of a murder mystery. It's the traditional novel of 30-something-year-old girl leaves home, comes home a decade later to help with her ailing father to her small town. The big thing is she left a decade ago because her best friend went missing, and she couldn't handle it. She's home, and another young girl has gone missing. So they kind of figure out whodunit in reverse. It's really good. Same kind of thing. You're just kind of like, the whole time. Flip every page. You read it really quickly. So
Stay up way too late at night.
yeah, basically. And before we go, both of us love one author, Mom. You were going to mention Ruth Ware.
Ruth Ware. In fact, my favorite book by Ruth Ware, I'll say it very quickly, it's called The Turn of the Key. And that's also one of those done in reverse where she wakes up in a hospital and everyone's saying she murdered someone. But we have to go through this whole thing, finding out what really happened. She becomes a nanny, and it's a dream house, a smart home. It ends up being a very, very terrible place for her to be. And modern day haunted house story, basically. It's a thriller. It's great. Can't go wrong with Ruth.
Love it. Love it.
Love it.
Thanks, Mom.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
Thanks, Mom. All those books are available wherever you find your books, too. And today, the Katie Couric book is out, and the Housewives book.
Spooky.
All Diamonds and Rosé. So that's, if I had my book club, that's the difference. That's the difference between book clubs. That's yours, and mine would be Katie Couric. We're going to take a break. Stay right there, my friends, back after these words. Super Fudge from Beverly Cleary.